Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we'll be starting off on Twitter talking about the news. We're gonna be talking about Kylian Mbappé and what is happening. Now, the last time I uploaded the video on Real Madrid news, which was I believe 2 to 3 days ago. If you guys haven't checked it already, do so. But he was given a deadline to either sign a new contract or extend. So, like I said, if you haven't already, go and check that video out and then come back to this one. I also did a Real Madrid end of season tier list as my last video. So go and give that a watch as well, cause why not? But today we're gonna elaborate more on this Kylian Mbappé situation. Also, we're gonna be talking about the start of training. You know, the training sessions are back. Pre-season is starting, so exciting. And let's just begin. So let's start things off with Kylian Mbappé. We have got news all over the place. I'm pretty sure we have got news from Fabrizio Romano, from That's Football, and also from Le Parisien as well. So let's start things off with Kylian Mbappé from Fabrizio Romano. Just in, PSG's idea is to put Mbappé under pressure again in the next days. Also, breaking, PSG will speak to Mbappé and ask him for an answer this week, otherwise they would discuss his price tag immediately. Also from Fabrizio, there is still no final decision from Mbappé. His intention is to keep things quiet, then communicate his official decision to PSG when he is 100% sure. Now we got Fabrizio Romano and That's Football on this one. Neil reiterate Mbappé this week or maximum next week will be crucial to understand the future of Mbappé with Real Madrid for sure around this story. Again from Fabrizio Romano and That's Football, sources at PSG do not understand why Mbappé is not agreeing to extend his contract by 1 year and then leave in 2024. Now, moving on to Le Parisien, everything indicates that Mbappé will be with PSG in Japan for pre-season. Kylian Mbappé has not changed his mind. He wants to stay this season. Now, it didn't indicate signing a new contract or staying for next season. So that's interesting. The conflict between Kylian Mbappé and PSG is going a little more every day. PSG are furious with Kylian Mbappé because the player has not changed his mind, staying and not renewing. Another one. New. PSG is looking for all possible means of pressure that could pollute Mbappé, who could be whistled by a part of the public at the Parc des Princes in August. Disgusting behavior, but alright. Breaking, PSG intended to use all possible pressure methods that would ruin Kylian Mbappe's life and force him out. Breaking, PSG statement. Kylian Mbappe's huge salary can only be supported financially by the club if it ends in a sale or in an extension beyond 2024, as was originally agreed between us, that's PSG, and Mbappé. So that's a lot of information that we have missed out on, that we haven't covered, and there's a lot to take in, because let's just go back to this whole situation. Real Madrid, I think what Real Madrid are doing is just, taking a bit of popcorn, like going to a movie theater, just start eating the popcorn and just start watching the movie. And then there's something going on between Mbappé and PSG. Kylian Mbappé, for a few weeks now, in fact a month now, we have known that he wants to stay for 1 year and then leave on a free, meaning he's not willing to sign a new contract or a contract extension. So what that means for PSG is either they sell him or they sign him on a new contract. And if they don't sign him on a new contract, they'll have to sell him. So basically, what we've come to now is PSG. We know they don't want to sell Mbappé, but they have to now because they don't want to lose him on a free. So PSG want to sell him. Mbappé still wants to stay for one more year and then leave on a free. And Real Madrid are just sitting eating popcorn. So let's not talk about Real Madrid in this situation. Let's talk about Mbappé and PSG. Because PSG, like I said, they want to sell him. And, we've always talked about, player power is something that not a lot of clubs can deal with. And Mbappé could just stay there and go, look, you know what? I will stay if I want, and I will leave if I want. That he can do that. He can tell PSG that I will stay, but I won't sign a new contract. But because PSG know that, you go back to the previous tweets here from Le Parisien. Now I'm not sure how reliable these information are, but again, take it with kind of a pinch of salt. They intend to use all possible pressure methods that would ruin Kylian Mbappe's life and force him out. Also looking for all possible means of pressure that could pollute Mbappe. The word pollute here, I mean, what? Like, what? Who could be whistled by part of the public at the Parc des Princes. Like, look, it has come down to the point now where PSG just want to do these things, use these methods to get Mbappe gone. Kylian Mbappe, I think, is still wanting to stay. But, we are currently on the 11th of July, right? He has been given an apparent deadline until the 31st of July. So he's got 20 days. He's currently, I'm pretty sure, still, having his holiday. The last time I checked, he was in Cameroon. I'm not sure if he's still in Cameroon. But, there's 20 days left for Mbappe to sort things out, make a proper decision on whether he signs or he leaves. It's simple as it is. And I think this is the closest because PSG actually want to sell him. Like, he's now forced to either stay or leave. So it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50 that he will sign a contract or leave. And I think Real Madrid are just, like I said, eating popcorn and hoping that it's the 50% that they want. Now PSG, I think at this point they're just like, you know what? Forget about it. Forget about it. Just let him go. Because after all, even though yes they're selling a player that is the poster boy, he's one of the best players in the world, you are after all getting close, maybe more than 200 million euros. Now, I'm not sure what kind of price tag they'll be asking for, but it's not going to be cheap. Like, it's not going to be like 100 million euros. I think it's going to be minimally, you're looking at 170, 180 million euros to start the bid off. So, look, right now, we're in advanced stages, not very advanced. We're still in the stages where it's Mbappe to decide. If he decides to leave, then we'll get to even more advanced stages where then maybe Real Madrid can come in and test the waters or see what PSG are willing to offer. Because look, PSG are waiting for a decision. Because if Mbappe says, you know what, I'm gonna stay, then there is no need to sell him, of course. But if Mbappe says, I'm going to leave, I'm not gonna sign a contract, PSG will have to make a decision. Either they come out and say, look, this is the kind of money we're asking for, this is the price that we want, and Real Madrid can maybe start off lower than what PSG are asking for, or PSG just waits for Real Madrid to start the offer before jacking up the price. Now, it could go both ways. I'm not saying that PSG will definitely give in, because they're not a type of club that will give in. So I expect that even if on the 31st of July Mbappe makes a decision and say, look, I'm gonna leave, you still have to wait and negotiate with PSG for another 2 to 3 weeks. So this is what I'm saying. When I was on here 2-3 weeks ago, I was saying this could drag on until the mid-August period, when the season has probably started by then. So look, this is not something that's gonna take time, and we have to be patient. But I'm just thinking to myself, at least the bare minimum Real Madrid can do is have a plan B. Real Madrid have the cash. Like, they're willing to invest that money on Mbappé, but they're not willing to invest that money if it's not Mbappé, which is something that I don't really understand. If I'm being honest, I don't really understand that. But let's see what happens with this one. I'm very intrigued. You know, this situation between PSG and Mbappé, the power play, it's honestly an interesting story. You know, I'm taking out my popcorn, give me, you know, Coke. I'm just sitting there and I'm just watching the show as well. I'm sure all Real Madrid fans are watching this show, you know, not just as a Real Madrid fan that would want him, because I'm personally have said that I don't really want Mbappe at this club after what happened last summer, but I'm still watching it because it's interesting. Now, again, it doesn't mean that if Mbappe does join Real Madrid, I would hate on the player because I don't want him. Of course, you would still support the player to the fullest. It's just that I really don't think that after all that's happened, we can still go back in and say, look, we'll give you a second chance. I just don't think we can do that. But maybe it's just me. Who knows? I'm gonna end off with a few pictures here. Now, like I said, training is back. Preseason is starting. Fran García on Instagram put this out on his story, I believe. It begins, and he tagged Mendy. I found this kind of funny because we both know that, or not we both, but we all know that the both of them, that's what I meant, are going to be competing for that left back position. I don't think Fran García means anything with this story. I don't think he's coming out and being sarcastic. Like, you know, I'm ready to fight you or something. But it's just, you know, a bit of banter, a bit of, you know, taking the piss, I suppose. But it's not really that bad. Again, Fran Mendy, in my opinion, should be the starting left back. Let Fran García rotate with him, but not be the main guy. Like, not yet. But I found this kind of hilarious. We also saw Nico Paz as well. Also, Toni Kroos is back. By the way, these Real Madrid training kit, by the way, it's absolutely fire. I mean, this should be like one of the kits that we use, shouldn't it? Like the away kit or third kit or something. I mean, I would love it if it was. These kits are fire. Also, we have got Arda Güler, who is at Real Madrid now, and Jude Bellingham as well. So, some incredible scenes. We also saw Brahim Díaz. I did not manage to like one. No, I did not. But we have saw the likes of Fran García. We saw Brahim Díaz. We saw Jude Bellingham. We saw Arda Güler. We saw a few of the players coming back, like Dani Ceballos, Toni Kroos. I'm pretty sure there was even like Odriozola, Vallejo, some of them. However, you still have a few players that have not back yet. Of course, your typical players, Vinicius Junior, Camavinga, Rodrigo, who are not back yet. I'm pretty sure players like Joselu are also given longer times. Of course, he played that Nations League finals with Spain. And a few other players as well, like Luka Modric, again, played the Nations League games with Croatia. The Spanish lads probably aren't going to be back for a few more days/weeks. Also, the key members, I'm pretty sure Vinny Jr. is not going to be back for a little while more. So, look, as of now, some of the players are back. The new signings, except for Joselu, is back. And we're ready. We're ready going for it. Now we got AC Milan to kick off the season, I suppose, in 12 days' time. So that's on the 23rd, I believe, of July. To kick things off. We've also got, like, was it Juve? Was it Barca? Was it Manchester United as well, I believe? I think it was AC Milan. I think it was Juve. I think it's Manchester United. I think it's Barcelona. If I'm not mistaken, that's the order. I'm looking forward to the Manchester United game. If I'm being very honest, we haven't played United in a while. So I'm looking forward. You know, last summer, in our pre-season, we played Juve. We did play Barcelona as well. And we played Club America, if I'm not wrong. the summer before that, we played AC Milan, we played Rangers, as well. So look, I'm looking forward to the United game because we haven't played United in a while. So let's see what happens. But training is back, the players are back, and hopefully we slowly get more players coming back. That's obviously a good thing. You want the top players back, you want players like Vinicius back, Rodrigo back, Camavinga back. They'll eventually come back in the next few weeks. Joselu will come back, Luka Modric will come back, Militao will come back, the Spanish guys will come back, Thibaut Courtois will come back as well. So you're looking at these players slowly but surely coming back. So let's see what happens with this one. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know what your thoughts are on Kylian Mbappé or the noise created by Mbappé and PSG. Do you think he will sign a new contract, or do you think he will be sold? Also on training, what are your thoughts? Who has impressed you? But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.